On this Motorsport Monday, we're taking a look at the game called Grid, a reboot of the Simcade Codemasters game from the 360 PS3 era. Grid's gameplay is a mixture of arcade and realistic simulator, and it works out pretty nice if you kind of like a game like a Project Gotham Racing. Tracks on hand are a mixture of realistic actual racetracks, fantasy racetracks, and places you could never put a racetrack, and the racetracks like Monaco, where they cut out the city and block off the roads and just make cool stuff. You'll go to places like Paris, China, you go to San Francisco. Cars are broken up into classes. You start off in something small like your little hot hatchback. They ain't got much for top end, but their acceleration and handling is real zippy. They're a fun place to start. You'll get in the muscle cars from the old back in the days, and they're beautiful and stuff, but that's the weak point for the cars. They don't drive right to me. It's kind of shitty. Now then you'll go and you'll get in your exotics, and you'll get in your tuners. There's two levels of tuners. You start off with something like an S2000, then you'll be in the newer Skylines and things like that. After a while, you'll start getting into the professional race cars. You got your Craftsman Truck Series, you got your stock car, NASCAR types. You're going to have your GT class all the way from GT1 to GT3. Then you'll get lucky and you'll get inside the little junior Formula One cars. By the end of the game, you're having a showdown with Fernando Alonso and the most modern Formula One car, and it's so fast you can't even realize how fast it is. Then you get to go and you start setting time track records with the time attack cars and the hypercars, and I just love, like a Koenigsegg Agera RS is monstrous in this game. Graphically, the game isn't the best in the world, but it's up there to me. The car models are lovingly detailed. The way that the damage is, you can just totally tear the car apart like you're at a chop shop. When it comes to the tracks, there are some that are better than others. The point-to-points up in the mountains in China are just gorgeous with all the cherry blossoms and the different kind of oak trees is shedding all their leaves and flower petals. When you go to a place like Paris at night and all the lights are just going wild, it's a sight to behold, and it's really got a nice color palette to it. The career progression is set up like your old school, which a lot of this game feels like old school from the Xbox and Xbox 360 era type stuff. Where you'll start off in little tiny series that are a pushover, and you gradually work your way up to bigger series with greater opponents until you're in world title championships against some of the best drivers in the world. And the difficulties on this game, you can tell when you go online who beat it on the higher difficulties and who didn't, because I just annihilate 90% of the people on there. Now, the amount of content on hand is a weak point for this game, and it's uneven. Some classes you can tell they were the ones they really cared about. They're just stacked with all kinds of cars that you really want to see, and then other cars are missing a lot of things they should have had, and it's got 2 or 3 cars and you're like, where's it at? It's because they have so many disciplines. I guess this game was rushed a little bit. And the locations, even after the DLC where they added the new kinds of cars and 3 new locations and all the different track variations, that felt like that should have been the base game, and then they should have added to it. I mean, like I said, they're really beautiful looking. They got a lot of great detail, but it needed more. And I kind of miss having music in racing games. I know why they don't have it, so people can do YouTube and stuff like that without getting copyright struck. But it still kind of sucks. They should just have an option like Tony Hawk's where it doesn't play when you go to record it for videos. If you like racing games and can accept that this game isn't the most modern game, and I actually like playing some of the old school games, it's regularly on sale for $14 or less all the time, and I could easily recommend it. You're going to have a good time. You're definitely going to use your money to worth it. Pick it up. Give it a shot. You won't regret it. Talk to you later. Shout Slay Prime out.